Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. We have Pussy Booty Brian Johnson, formerly, was it Bipolar Brian Johnson?
No, it's more of a nickname.
More of a nickname. So what did we talk about? Do you remember?
We talked about what happened at Jokes and Oaks. We talked about my Pussy Booty bit. We talked about what happened when Lindsay Gonzalez tried to get me canceled. We talked about
some sexual stuff, right?
Well, Lindsay Gonzalez.
Okay, we talked here. I'll finish. We'll talk some sexual stuff. They'll listen to the episode, and the important thing is you've never had a finger in your ass, but you wouldn't mind it, right? Maybe
for the right person.
For the right person. All right, Lobo Den.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den. Lobo Den.
Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz at the Lincoln Logic Cross. For me, to my left is Chrissy Ferreira. We got the Lobo Den. The Lobo Den, what's it, logo? Okay, I'm forgetting things. I'm going to crack open this Coors Light. And then we have Brian Johnson, previous episode 17, 69, and 117 of the Lobo Den Podcast. Welcome, Brian Johnson, a.k.a. Pussy Booty, a.k.a. formerly, a.k.a. Bipolar Brian Johnson. Now, just Brian Johnson?
Yeah. You can still call me Bipolar. It's more of a nickname than a stage name now. But yeah, it's my fourth time on this show. Typically, for movie trilogies that are good, they'll make three and then years later they'll make a fourth one.
What's your favorite trilogy?
Favorite trilogy? Back to the Future.
Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but the third one sucked.
You thought the third one sucked?
They went to the Cowboys. I don't remember. I just remember there was Cowboys.
I remember seeing it at the Waukegan Theater when I was in kindergarten.
The Belvedere Theater?
Yeah.
That ghetto ass place. Yeah. Really?
I saw the Johnny Cash movie there with some friends.
Walked the Line
in 2005, and with a student discount, it was only $4.
Dude, so the Belvedere Theater is it's a Mexican mall called the Belvedere Mall, and they would play movies 4 months after they would come out in the regular theater, and you would go. And I tried to see Jurassic Park there because my mom, when we first moved here, I didn't go to a movie theater for years.
Where did you move from?
I was in L.A., then we moved in Highwood.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then we were in Highwood until 4th grade, and then we moved to Waukegan.
Okay.
And then I went to the Belvedere Mall, and I snuck in to go see Jurassic Park. Anyways, how you been, Brian? What have you been up to? How's your sex life? Your love life?
I haven't gotten laid in 2 years. The COVID era and
that's a whole year of
the COVID era and the current political climate has made
you cut things off with the white supremacists, right?
Well, we weren't dating. We were just fucking. We're just fucking. But the current
was she good?
She was great. She was great in bed. No complaints there.
What was your favorite thing about it? About your sex life with
I had sex with
Edward Norton, female out of American History X.
Favorite thing was she's the only woman who was somewhat satisfied with my penis.
Ooh, nice.
She said it wasn't that small. It was slightly smaller than usual. But she didn't bitch about it like that comic who I was with 10 years ago.
Which comic?
I don't want to say her name on there.
But she was she's not black, right?
No.
Oh, you never slept with her?
No, I wouldn't touch her with a 40-foot pole. Don't even go there.
I don't know if I saw she's doing a show and it seemed she's still doing comedy. I'm not going to say her name, right? But she's the one that you went to Michigan and she maxed out your credit cards and
No, I didn't go to Michigan and max out my credit cards. I told you I went to Michigan and she. Oh yeah, that's right. I went to Michigan and I tried to get a hotel, but she maxed out my credit cards. I had to drive all the way back from Michigan that night. So with that comic who I like credit cards in my name, part of the reason I could have destroyed that comic's career if I wanted to.
But she did it to herself.
Yeah, but part of the reason I couldn't make her look bad. I thought about exposing her on the comedy groups, but I don't do it for two reasons. One, she has a very similar name to another successful comic who was in Chicago for a while.
Who was that one? Who's a successful name?
Remember Sonia Denny?
No.
You don't remember Sonia Denny?
No. Yeah, so that could have you could convince people.
And two, like this is my pet peeve. It goes like every time I do a woman any sort of favor, people find it funny with the idea of an autistic guy getting laid. So every time I do a woman any sort of favor, people go, "Did you get any pussy? Did you get any pussy? Did you get any pussy?" And I don't even want to
These
think
are bullies.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about the thought of doing it with her. I wouldn't touch her with a 40-foot pole. It was just.
I'd probably sleep with her.
I would.
But what? To be fair, when I drink, I'd probably sleep with anybody. Which I've been pretty close. I mean, like, see, I've had you never had sex with a couch, right? I've had sex with a couch. I put plastic. Well, I was like a teenager.
I've tried to hump the couch before.
Because I heard you're young, right? I'm in high school, and then I'm not getting laid, and I hear about, like, maybe, I don't know what I hear about on TV. So the problem is I got the plastic, I've talked about this before, and I put it between the cushions, and I think Jeffrey Asmus has sex with his couch or his pillow. He was talking about it on, I forgot their podcast, him and Dragovich, but you're supposed to put like a sandwich bag and put like lotion in it, but I used a Ziploc that has the sharper ends, and I just hurt myself. And then you're circumcised, right?
No.
Oh, me neither, really? Because you're an Italian?
Yeah.
Are your parents Catholic?
Yeah, but they're not super religious. My mom.
No, Catholics are.
Yeah, my mom. She sent me to Catholic school, even though she hates you. She's super liberal and hates religion because she wasn't satisfied with the public schools in Lindenhurst when I lived in Lindenhurst.
Yeah, they suck. So your dad met Charlie Manson
at a party in the 60s.
Is this here in Illinois or in California?
SoCal, Southern California. In the 60s, he was living in SoCal. He was at this party. There was this guy playing with knives known as Crazy Charlie, and this woman sits on Crazy.
So that's Charlie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This woman sits on Charles Manson's lap, and then she has a huge wet spot on her ass, and then. When the Manson
come or what?
I have no idea.
Oh, he probably peed.
Yeah,
cum doesn't.
And then when the Manson murders began, someone says to my dad, "Hey Bob, you know that Charles Manson guy you keep hearing about on the news? That's Crazy Charlie."
So that happens. It happened to me. The guy who used to make sandwiches for me, that's the uncle of the Highland Park shooter back in the day at Bob's. Anyway, so you're saying, what is it? Ivigo? Ivigo's a medication you take?
Invega. I get them injected.
So if you don't take it, you get super horny.
Well, I get super horny. I've never touched anyone unwanted. I don't know anyone I want to touch, but I want to fuck everyone when I don't have it. Like, we don't know if it's from.
So you turn into me when you don't take Invega.
I turn
into
you,
sleep
exactly.
with everybody. Or you turn into a Mexican.
But I'll hit on everyone, but I'll get rejected by everyone most likely.
You turn into a Mexican dude.
So yeah, like we don't know if my hypersexuality is caused by what happened when I was 4 with being jerked off, or if it's caused by the antidepressants I was given as a kid.
I think it's a mixture of both, because when I was younger, I was exposed, me and my sister, not at the same time, but we talked about this in this podcast, Evelyn Diaz, look up the episodes, about we were exposed to porn too early, so then you get sexualized. I think I've heard about this on The Love Line with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, but when you're exposed to something too early, then you could become hypersexual. So I think that happened to me. Like, I saw porno. My dad left the magazines. We found them in. This doesn't happen anymore, but for some reason this always used to happen. You'd find porno in the woods, right?
Oh.
And it's weird because you hear about this trope that we found porno in the woods. And did you ever find porno in the woods?
I lived in a wooded area growing up, but we owned the woods. The woods were owned by my dad and my mom, so they have a small acre woods. My mom still owns it, but yeah, we moved to Antioch from Lindenhurst when I was 11. But I never found porno in the woods. I found porno at my uncle's house. I found porno. My dad
what kind of porn? Magazines?
Playboy, pretty much. Like not like Hustler, not like hardcore porno stuff. And my dad had a porno hidden in it.
I saw Playboy as a kid, and I was like, I was so mad because I didn't know, and I was like, oh man, I got a hold of a Playboy, and it was like all these words, and I was so upset. Like,
and the picture, when you get a new Playboy, the pages are stuck together. It's like they jerk off before they ship them out.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But now, I mean, all this stuff is coming out about the Playboy Mansion, which things that are probably happening anyways. But anyways, are you excited? Halloween is coming. Are you going to be working at the haunted house?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Did you already start?
I start on Friday.
You're going to be working at
I'm working on Puppet. I'm working. It's why I do some years. I work a giant puppet. I push it forward, shake it around, press buttons to make noise. It's a good time.
Any crazy stuff ever happen at the people ever cry or shit themselves?
People have pissed themselves before. I don't know about
shit.
I'm sure people have. I haven't heard, but I'm sure people have. But during the COVID year, where they opened the haunted house a special way. In 2020, we had all these restrictions. People were behind glass. But some guys from Germany were visiting the haunt, and one guy just whipped it out and started pissing everywhere.
Oh yeah, Germans tend to do that.
Yeah.
They have scat porn and things like that.
And the year the Cubs won the World Series, there was this drunk woman who was touching all the actors, and then the owner comes out and says,
"White lady."
I think she was white, yeah. And then the owner comes out and says, "If you touch another actor, you're gonna spend the night in jail." She was almost in tears.
And then, all right, so haven't had sex in 2 years. Did you stop? Oh, this is advice I always. You're not loaning money to anybody, right?
No.
Okay, that's advice.
Well,
I mean, whenever I would see you, I'd be like, Brian, stop loaning money to people.
Yeah, I mean, there's still people I pay, but I pay for goods and services only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like blowjobs.
Well, I haven't paid for anything sexual in a while because Craigslist had to shut down their personal ads. I don't know if you remember. It was when Trump was in office. To be fair, it wasn't all Trump's fault. It was a bipartisan effort. Even if we had Hillary or Bernie in office, the same thing would have been done. They're trying to crack down on human trafficking. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, it's not. I can't just be mad at Trump. I can be mad at everyone in Congress, all politicians for that.
Have you been to those Asian places before?
Like
the massages?
I've seen them, but I haven't been to them.
Okay. I tried to go to one, and then when I was in Orlando, but I think it was a regular one, or I didn't give the right signal, so I just had an erection, and I just embarrassed myself and paid for a massage the whole time. Have you been doing shows, comedy?
Yeah, I did War of Words at Ravenswood VR on the 3rd and the 7th.
What is that? That guy was messaging me about doing something there. It's like a virtual reality show, or what is it?
It's a virtual reality bar, and they have a lounge there that they have comedy in.
Mm. Anyways, so back to the super horniness. Oh, Paul Farfar.
Yeah.
You know Paul Farfar, right?
Yeah.
He brought this up to me. He said me and him were greasier of the greasier races. So we're hornier people. I was telling you, you've seen Scarface, right?
Yeah.
So I noticed this in Scarface, and they were doing this a lot of catcalling.
Yeah.
And talking to girls. And I was like, I don't know if you didn't do this with your friends. I don't know if my friends did it.
Some of my friends
That's all we did. Like, we didn't catcall necessarily, but it's like, we're horny dudes. We didn't have Invicta, but
some of my friends catcalled, like I didn't like it, but
in construction or
well, no, like I had this friend. He would honk at a track. He moved from Mexico. He would honk at girls. I told him, don't do that. You can't do that. And you could get in trouble for doing that in America. I put my foot down, and then I had this one guy who I was friends with for like 2 weeks. He would harass someone on the street. I just kind of ignored it. But I was in my early 20s, and that was before like Me Too and all that. So like today, I wouldn't tolerate that at all. But like when I was younger, I thought I didn't like it, but I wouldn't call someone out for it. But yeah, I've never catcalled anyone.
Is there stuff you're into now that you weren't into when you were younger, sexually, with chicks that you tried out? Like, have you tried any fingers in your ass ever?
I've never had a finger in my ass, but
has a girl tried?
No, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 28. So
who'd you lose your virginity to? I don't know if we've talked about it.
I think we did. I lost it to the woman who was possibly transgender, the illegal alien in Kenosha.
Oh yeah,
she was
I live in Kenosha now.
Yeah, she was possibly transgender. She didn't want me to kiss her on the lips. I met her on Plenty of Fish. She just wanted me to fuck her in the ass.
That happened to me. Did you? I was just talking the other day about this story. I was in. I met that person in Boys Town. That I was really drunk, and then it was like, and then as I started sobering up, I started looking. I was like, man, this person is a chick or what's going on here? And then I was like, and I gave her my business card, and I moved on with my life. So you're back in comedy, full time or part time? Because I did a show the other day. Oh, I did a show with your buddy Larry Bloom. Are you guys still beefing?
I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. He
seemed calmer now, or
yeah.
chiller.
I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad.
He was in the Highland Park shooting.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. I mean, he some years back he said I wasn't funny enough to do his mic, and I took that personally. I mean, I said
they didn't post it online, right?
He didn't post
just heard it through the grapevine.
He told me, and then someone tells me later that it wasn't his decision. It came from the management at that one place in Highwood.
But he said not funny enough.
He said
those words.
Said I have to step up the funny to be on a booked mic. Now that mic didn't pay or anything, so it's not like, it wasn't like it was a freaking.
It was at the bowling alley.
Yeah, it was like it was
there
a
were people
freaking
bowling. Next
it was
to
like
us.
the free like maybe, and then according to Oscar.
Carvajal Cuchillo, episode 2, Lobo Den Podcast.
He said that Larry said that
Larry Flint.
it was from that management said they didn't want me back for some reason. Maybe they thought I was too offensive. I don't know, but it was an open mic, so they don't know what they're doing if they think they're gonna get.
They were treating it like a show. What bits you were doing back then?
I probably did my pussy booty.
Pussy booty.
It's gotten me in trouble. It's made me some. I made a lot of friends. I made a few enemies. Like
enemies. What enemies did you get with pussy booty?
Mary Ellen Lindsay.
Oh yeah, the former owner of the Jokes and Notes.
Yeah,
but they actually shut down. And
yeah.
The reason they shut down is because they kicked you out, and
yeah.
she didn't accept pussy booty. So that's what happened, Mary Lindsay. I think she's at the promontory now. But did they ever come out with the documentary? Weren't they going to do a documentary about Jokes and Notes?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
No, they didn't do it. What happened? Are you losing your Social Security? Were you posting about that? Was that a scam or is that real?
Well, I'm trying to find out. A couple weeks ago, I got this letter in the mail saying they wanted all my paycheck. They knew how much I made each year. I stayed under the legal limit, just barely, but they wanted to know how much I made each week or each 2 weeks from each paycheck stub.
Is it disability you're on?
It's Social Security disability. You
because
pay.
There's two, right? Because my mother-in-law.
There's short term and long term. Like short term is through your employer. Long term, you pay into it. You pay into it over time, and the more taxes you pay, the more you get if you need it. I've had that since I was 19. If it wasn't for that, I would have died when I was 19.
What happened when you were 19? I think I
had a lot of bad shit happen to me.
Did you masturbate in the ditch?
I was jerked off in a ditch.
Ah.
So
Okay.
I had a lot of bad shit. Like I don't want to get into all the details about the fights I got in with my parents, but
wait, your mom's liberal and your dad. How was your dad from?
My dad became more liberal later in life.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be an independent that was slightly conservative, but he became more liberal after Bush when he was alive.
Oh yeah, Bush. We don't talk about Bush anymore, right? Remember, like we just let the Iraq War kind of happen,
Yeah.
and then everything slid.
When the Iraq War began, like I was
Now he's funny, he's painting.
I was mostly against it, but I figured, well, maybe he has a point. But then after it got bad, then I was fully against it.
Yeah, there was no weapons of mass
Well,
destruction.
there was a couple like dead warheads found, but that didn't justify a whole invasion.
Lesbian porn. Are you into it, or I
love lesbian porn.
Really,
I like lesbian porn. I prefer lesbian porn over straight
But there's no
porn.
penetration.
I don't like penises. I don't like looking at penises. I mean, I'm a little bit bisexual, but I don't like looking at penises. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for penises.
Tell me about your little bisexualness.
Well,
was that always there, or
yeah, I'm gender fluid. I'm on the non-binary spectrum, but I identify.
what are you
as man.
today? You're male. What are your pronouns?
I'm he, him, but they, them is fine.
They, them.
I'm a he, them.
He, them.
Yeah.
He-Man. Remember He-Man, Masters of the Universe?
She-man, hero.
She-Man. All right. So no penises. So no gangbangs.
That's part of the reason why I don't date. I don't sleep with dudes. I'm the only thing close.
If you did sleep with a dude, would you be a top or a bottom?
I'd probably have to be a bottom because the other guy would probably have a bigger dick.
But would that hurt? Or that? Wait. You're a dude. There could be a prostate. Have you ever had a prostate orgasm?
What's that?
Oh, all right. Turn around. No, but look, a prostate orgasm. I haven't had it yet. Was
that when they stick their finger up your butt and try to get you an orgasm?
So that's one way to do it. Or so if a girl does it, or it doesn't matter if it's a girl or they, them. She puts their finger in your ass. If you go in a certain way, it's called, I think, milking. In the videos Jessica watches, my girl, they wear black gloves, and then it's supposed to be really intense orgasm. I think Tito might have had it. I don't have his episodes in the podcast, but it's supposed to be really intense. I haven't had it. It's just we were so busy, so it's like right now, get it in whenever I can. So
well, the kinkiest thing I ever did was butt sex with that illegal alien who might have been transgender. So that was probably the kinkiest thing.
Do they have any tattoos?
I don't think so.
You don't have any tattoos, right? You never want to have any tattoos?
No, I like my body hair.
Oh, okay. What do you mean? You're hairy. You're hairy too, right?
Yeah.
You have a hairy chest hair?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, porn, so you do prefer lesbian porn.
Yeah.
So no gangbangs would be too many penises.
Doesn't turn me on. I couldn't unless we were having like one big sex party with like lots of dudes and lots of guys. Then maybe I'd have group sex. But like I don't feel comfortable with with me and another guy fucking some chick at the same time.
No, eye contact maybe with a friend.
Yeah. But that white supremacist, she was she had a boyfriend.
She had a Southern pride, and she was from Janesville, Illinois.
She was in an open relationship, but
she was white.
Yeah. She was in an open relationship, but I don't know. I'm very.
Do you ever use the apps? No.
I haven't
Which
used
one?
I haven't used them in a while. I got sick of the Nigerian scammers on there. I decided I was sick of dating, so I decided to go on Adult Friend Finder like 6 months ago. And there was this woman. She kept sending me all of these nudes of herself. I'm not even sure she was a woman. And then she asked me for a nude of myself. Like,
no vagina.
Oh, I saw vagina.
Okay.
And then
was it a good vagina?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And then she asked me for a nude of myself, and I sent it to her. And then she threatened to send it to all my contacts on social media unless I sent her $1,000.
Oh, I've gotten those emails.
And then so I just blocked her.
Minus
Like
the nude.
She'd have to figure out my name, Brian Johnson. Like there are a ton of Brians on Facebook.
It's a very common name. Now Johnson, that's not
It's Swedish. It's from my grandpa on my dad's side.
Okay.
But there's a lot of Brian Johnsons. I was one of 3 Brian Johnsons in my high school.
What? That's a good porno name. I just thought about it. Brian Johnson. Did you ever meet Ken Steele?
Yeah, I met him once. He was nice when I met him, but I got in.
He's a nice guy.
Well, I hate him. I don't like him.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, he's a dick on Facebook. I got into it with him, and I blocked him because
white supremacy.
I talked about
people don't know. Ken Steele used to run shows in Chicago, and what I would do is I'd watch him. People would fight on Facebook, and Ken Steele would jump in and be like, white supremacy. And he does porno now in L.A. Did you know that?
Oh, he does porn.
Yeah.
Does he really do?
No. He Valentina something. She's an Italian porn star. He did. No, he put on Instagram. They did a scene and stuff. I forgot. I don't know. I think he has a different porn name. I always Ty, but
well, he's a piece of shit. He's one of the worst people I ever met in my life.
He did a scam for it's called Molly water. So he would go and sell this Molly water for people who took Molly, but it was just water. He just gave it the name Molly water, almost like a scam. But you said he was a piece of shit?
Yeah, he's one of the worst people I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Elaborate. He starts shit with people online.
He's a troll. I think he's a troll.
He's a troll. He's not even a funny troll.
No, he's not funny as a stand-up.
I talked about we were talking about the Simone Biles thing. This was on Cleo Wilson's
Who's
post.
Simone Biles?
Simone Biles,
Olympics?
the Olympic gymnast.
Right?
They talked about how she took some time off the Olympics and went back because of her mental health issues. And I said in the comment, some comic. I'm not naming any names, but some comics.
It was Martin Murrow, wasn't it?
No, not Martin Murrow. But some comics who shamed me for my mental health. When I wasn't doing well with my mental health, they shamed me for my mental health. But they're all defending Simone Biles, even though I've tried to apologize. Like in the summer of 2020, I had a lot of bad stuff happening. My dad was dying. I almost got
cancer, right?
Yeah,
chemo. Did he die, or he made it through?
He died January 2021. It was the chemo that killed him. So he got bad. My parents should have received the chemo he was getting. Like I'm not totally against chemo. I know it's helped a lot of people, but his didn't help him. And the doctor was total assholes at Highland Park Hospital. And
that's where my sister was born.
And
You went to the psych ward.
The psych ward there, yeah, it was terrible. Yeah. So the doctor says if you don't start eating, it's hospice for you. He was told asked my parents. My mom looked into suing him, but she would have had to jump through a few hoops, so she just let it go. But after he died, yeah. So what topic? We're on the topic of Simone Biles. So I said I had that happening in the summer 2020. I almost got on Worst Cooks in America and fell short.
What's Worst Cooks in America?
It's a show on Food Network where they get really bad cooks and put them in a culinary boot camp.
You're a bad cook? You're Italian, aren't you?
I'm autistic too, so.
Yeah. So autism.
Yeah.
So the spectrum is very wide, right?
Yes.
This is what
I'm high functioning. I'm what's called high functioning. I'm not perfect, but like the highest could be on the spectrum is like I know like one friend of mine, his grandson, he's 12. He's not potty trained and he can't talk. That's being very high on the spectrum.
Oh, he's not potty trained, so he's a diaper.
Yeah, so where he can't talk. So there was a bartender at that.
Do you have certain tics or things like numbers or things? Oh, wait, I'm thinking OCD maybe.
I'm a little OCD too, though. And also in summer 2020.
Like you got to turn the lights off or something like that.
Yeah. I had my brother staying with me who would yell at me for anything. I
Your brother who bit you, right?
Yeah.
You still have the mark where he bit you on the chest?
No, I kicked his ass and he bit me. So, but when I kicked his ass, it was like when
Your brother was older than you, right?
Yeah, I felt like it was like when I felt like the Red Sox when they finally beat the Yankees in 2004 when I kicked his ass.
Did you see Roadhouse, right?
No, I haven't.
No, with Patrick
Swayze.
He died of cancer also.
Yeah.
You think the chemo killed him?
Possibly.
Okay.
And I'm not. I don't want to say who this friend was, but I had a falling out with a friend who
male or female friend?
Non-binary.
Non-binary friend. Okay.
This was
Where are their pronouns?
They're they them, but
They're they, them.
I don't want to say who they were. I want this person to get better, but
Are they in L.A.?
Yeah.
They were from Florida, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's enough information. All right.
So like
I did my second mic with that person.
Yeah. Like it was partially my fault. Like I knew that their behavior was changing. I kind of knew they were using, but I didn't want to say anything because I try to be a gentleman about it.
They started lying and asking for money.
They never asked me for money.
No, I'm saying why I'm saying that is because I've been around drug addicts, and then that's the first thing. There's a guy on here. Was it Andrew Pauly? Is he on drugs or is his Facebook hacked? Because he started He messages me every once in a while, but maybe he's just being.
I loaned him some money.
veteran.
I loaned him some money, but
yeah, because he's a veteran, so he's kind of going.
He's waiting
through
on he's waiting on disability. But I told him he asked for money the other day. I told him, look, my Mac account's maxed out. I can't loan anyone money. I'm sorry, and he was cool with it. But yeah. So that person, they.
Do you like to dance?
No.
You've never danced?
I was in theater in high school. I think
plays or what?
Plays.
You guys do?
I did a couple plays.
Bye Bye Birdie.
No, I did Robert Bridegroom. I did Grease. I did.
Grease is the word. Who'd you play in Grease?
Vince Fontaine.
Which one was that?
The radio guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I remember.
So, yeah.
Rest in peace.
So,
what's her name just died, right?
Olivia Newton-John.
Cancer? Was it cancer?
Yeah.
Probably the chemo probably killed her.
So,
or not. Maybe it's probably the cancer.
This person, like, they're great when they're sober. They're a great person when they're sober.
Were they a good dancer?
I'm sure they are. But they're a great person when they're sober.
So they weren't.
But when they start using, they become an entirely different person. I hope, like, as much as I want my friend back, I have to be realistic. Like, I've never seen anyone.
Cocaine, right? You have an issue with comics talking about cocaine.
Yeah, well, yeah, for a lot of reasons.
Your cousin died, right?
My cousin died in over.
What age?
20. And she left behind an 18-month-old son.
Glenn Byers died.
Yeah, my last girlfriend, that Middle Eastern bisexual girl I was with, not the same person, but that Middle Eastern bisexual girl I was with.
Did you ever have a threesome?
No, we never had a threesome. I had sex with her one time, but if she, she was great, but
condom.
Yes.
Why? She asked for a condom, or you?
Yeah, she did. She did. So
that's a shame.
If
you consider it sex if it's with a condom?
Yes.
It still feels about the same for
as long as you're penetrating, it's sex.
Did you have issues putting condoms on? I didn't wear condoms for years because I couldn't there's an episode of Seinfeld it was like a ticking timer.
I have issues putting them on, but like if they want to be protected, like if I want to be protected, like I'll put it on. But sometimes I just want to get to it.
Do you ever get to that time? Okay, so this is what happened with me. It's like and it was in Seinfeld. There's like a timer. What is it called? A countdown where it's like, I have an erection. It doesn't bother me anymore.
That was the episode with George, yeah.
Yeah, with George. He's like, I got to get it on. Like, first, all right, I'm going to give some tips right now on using condoms, right? I don't use them a lot, but from what I remember is, they come in the roll, right?
Yeah.
I would do this is I'd pre-separate all the condoms because in the heat of the moment, now you have to serrate them or kill them or just try to cut it open. So I'd have them separated so they're not in the roll. Step one. I would say. I don't know if you agree with me. I think that's good advice. Second one is, I think that's my main one. The other one is getting it off. Actually, that's it. That's the main thing I had out. They would be in a row, and I'd freak out, and then I'd kind of lose my erection, and then I'd be like, and it'd be done. But then
for the record, when I had butt sex with the woman who was possibly transgender, I used a condom.
Oh yeah, because I think you knew she was, right? Or you? Because mine was in the back of my head.
This was in 2012, so being trans, we didn't know as much about it as we do today. So, but some of my friends saw the picture of her later and thought and plus she just wanted me to do.
It was like that Austin Powers, right?
Yeah,
it's a man, baby. You know, and then you
like when I first found out, I wanted to kill myself, but not after times changed and being trans has become more acceptable.
Now you're like in.
Yeah,
it's a thing
I've come to the conclusion that trans women are just as sexually entitled to me as cis women. They have just as much sexual
trans
rights.
porn. So I do watch a trans chick with a non-trans chick. I watch that a lot because it's like, I think Andrew, what is it? The guy from New York, Andrew, he has a podcast, Flagrant. Andrew Schultz, right? He's talked about this too. It's like, you know how you didn't like dicks? Now it's one dick, but now there's 4 breasts. And I don't know. It's like, I don't know why it's not a more popular genre, like trans chick with regular chick. Because it's like, because you have the guy, the penis, you still see. I like to see the penetration personally. It's because I think I put myself in it. Well, I don't have breasts that much. I've lost a little bit of weight. You feel I'm fatter now?
Yeah,
I've been losing weight. But
I was losing weight, but I've fallen off my diet because
what was your diet?
I cut back on the sugar pop. And I lost like 15 pounds, but I've fallen back.
Yeah, you look slimmer.
I've fallen back. I've fallen up.
Bless you.
I think it's water.
And I have another one here too.
I've been stressed out for the whole Social Security thing. And if we could circle back to the issue of that.
What's your Social Security number? Say it on the air. No, I'm kidding.
So that comic I was friends with, like I lost my shit one day. I was going through so much shit, and then I said to them, if any other guy was nice to you as I was, they just want sexual favor. It was a stupid thing to say. I take responsibility for it. And then they cut me out, and they're still mad at me 2 years later. It's definitely the drugs. They wouldn't hold a grudge. It's not like I worry about my former friend as much as I want my friend back. I've never seen anyone come back fully from heroin, so I worry. I don't know. Maybe it's other stuff. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
What's his name? Got through heroin. What's his name? Mitch Hedberg, right? No, actually, he died. But no
one I know though.
No. Oh, she didn't do heroin. There was this one comedian, remember Meisel or something like that? She's still alive. She did heroin. Nicky, there's a guy I knew, but he died of heroin. Did she shoot or?
I don't know.
Artie Lang?
I'm not.
Artie
Lang's still alive. Yeah.
Artie Lang is still alive.
Yeah. Well, there are comics who were able to get good treatment. Like my former friend. Their parents have money. They could probably go to the Betty Ford clinic if they wanted to, but I worry about my former friend. I don't want her to end up dead. But it was. I'm
gonna tell you something about drug addicts and people who, in general, and even people like you got to hit rock bottom, and if you're not ready to if you're not ready to help yourself, if you're not ready to make a change. Ain't nothing nobody else is gonna say to you gonna make a difference. You got to kind of reach that point and be like, ugh. I haven't been in AA.
Yeah,
I was close. I was gonna go. You know who's good at that? Any listeners who? Because unfortunately, I do talk about coke on this podcast a lot. But I do tell people like, who is it? He's a good guy to reach out to. Aaron Putnam is a great guy. If anybody here who had trouble drinking or doing drugs, they should hit up Aaron. He's good. He used to be an addict. He shit himself. Like, have you ever shit yourself?
I haven't shit myself since December 1988.
What happened that day? You must have been young.
I was 5 years old. Aren't you? I'm the same age as you.
I'm 38.
Yeah, I'm 38.
Okay.
I'm a few months older, like a few months. Like I'm not. I was born November '83. We graduated high school the same year, 2002.
Yeah, 02. I went to Waukegan. You went to
Antioch.
Oh, okay.
I live in Grayslake now, but no. I was out playing in the snow. I was trying to get in the house so I could take a shit. My sister.
You were making a snowman.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything for the eyes, so you just shit.
And my sister took a while getting to the door, and I shit myself. Haven't shit myself. Like I've had.
Is there something you ate? You were like excited?
I don't remember, but
you were 5. What am I saying? I'm an idiot.
I've had like a wet fart, but I haven't
shart.
Yeah, but I haven't shit myself fully since December 1988.
That's the last.
Which is kind of surprising because I have a lot of crappy organs. Like I have a crappy penis, crappy eyes, crappy skin, crappy organs.
You wear glasses? Are those Ray-Bans?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I have crappy organs, so it's kind of surprising I haven't shit myself more often.
Throwing up? Do you throw up?
Oh, I throw up all the time.
The medication or just
Well, it's, I don't know if it's a medication.
what different medications do you take?
I get a shot of Invega and I take Ativan.
So
as needed.
Invega is for what?
It's for the horniness, the hypersexuality. It's for the bipolar. With when I'm not medicated, as far as the bipolar
Do you
goes,
think you could do an OnlyFans? And like just cut off the Invega.
Let me show you this old picture of me. Let me show you this old picture of me. Hold on.
Oh, this is your CLC license, right?
Yeah.
Or ID.
Wait. Let's see if it's in here. Hold on.
You don't have it around your neck. You can get like a little. Is that a Planned Parenthood card?
Oh yeah.
It kind of looks like the logo.
Yeah, I'm a sponsor of theirs.
Okay.
I think it's over here. Hold on.
This reminds me of the.
This is me with the mole. I could definitely get a OnlyFans if I still have the mole, but I don't have.
Oh, I'm growing a mullet. Did you see?
Nice.
I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. I'll take a picture of it. Or send me a picture of it so I can edit out your stuff.
And here's a picture of me when I was good looking.
Oh, okay. This is very 90s. I don't know if people could see that.
2004, yeah.
You have a goatee here? It's a goatee. I had a goatee. Mancow had a goatee. You were on Mancow. I think we talked about it.
I was on Mancow, yeah.
You were in a Bears hat. Are they a good team this year, or what's going on with them?
They're currently 1-1, so currently they're mediocre, but I don't have very high hopes from this year. It's a rebuilding year, maybe in the next couple of years. But
they have a good quarterback or something?
They have a good quarterback.
Potentially?
He didn't have that good of a game on he had a good opening drive, but he didn't do good other than that on Sunday. They should have gotten one more quarterback, but they had a call go against them. The Packers are more likely to get bad calls in their favor than the Bears for two reasons. One, they have more
They should
fans.
get Ray Rice. Is he still playing? What has he been up to?
I don't know, but
because it feels like the NFL and maybe some comedy scenes. It's okay if you play well or you're a good comic. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
a little bit of that.
Well, yeah. There's been comics who've gotten away with shit that they go to prison for.
What comics do you hate?
My enemies list is this.
Lindsay Gonzalez.
She's a pig. Jay Washington.
Jay. He was just on TV, actually.
What was he on?
He was on that show. So there was remember the zombie show?
Yeah.
The one of the main characters.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, one of the main characters was in the zombie show. He's in other stuff too.
Was he on Walking Dead?
No, but he was that guy's in that show. I forgot his name, and he's been in movies. Remember there was two guys. There was two cops. It was the guy with the hat. And then the other guy.
Oh, the John Barenthal guy? Was he in something with him?
He's in a bunch of stuff, but I'm really bad at names of anything new. But there was the two guys. He's in some. He's Punisher. He played Punisher. The guy who played Punisher.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. John Barenthal, yeah.
Yeah, John Barenthal. Is he English? He looks like.
I think he is, yeah.
He looks like, one of those guys who like talks American, but he has like an accent. But he was in something with Jay Washington.
Oh.
And then Jay Washington you didn't like because he ran the light at Riddles, or that's just what nobody liked about him. He would host a Riddles open mic, and he would do like 10 minutes between every comic. Is that your beef with him, or
my beef with him? It started in 2000. Like I heard he would someone said behind my back that he would talk shit about me, but I just kind of ignored it. And I had a show I booked in the suburbs, so I sent out a Facebook invite.
Where was
it? It was at Four Coins in Round Lake. This was in 2013.
That's not around up more, is there?
I don't know if it's still around, but so I put out a Facebook invite. And I just invited some people. Called it Rascally Crackas. Even though we had 4 black comics and a black headliner on the show, it's just what we called it. It's just a term my friends coined. My non-comic friends who helped book the show.
Would you get it if I call you a cracker? Would that offend you or
no?
Okay.
So
what about honky?
No.
Okay.
So
Peckerwood.
No.
All right.
So I put out a Facebook invite, and Jay was pissed off that I invited him to the show. We got into it, and then I blocked him. Like, he said, but we mean we did not want to be invited. And, like, if that's the worst thing that ever happens to you, you should be pretty fucking grateful. I think I have worse things happen to me every day than getting pissed off that I got invited to a show. Because he thinks he's all high and mighty, and he's too good to be invited to it. The last I heard from him was like 6 years ago on this comedy group, the vaguely related to Chicago. No one goes there anymore, but vaguely related to Chicago comedy scene. But
which comedy scene?
It's called Vaguely Related to Chicago Comedy Scene.
I don't know. I'm not in that group.
No one goes there anymore. It's dead. It's a dead group. Mm-hmm. But Colin Bullock asked who's terrible, named name asshole, and then he said Brian Johnson and Ruth Runk. You're terrible. I haven't even heard from him in years. Like I don't get what Jay's beef with me is. Just like in any line of work, you're gonna meet. There's some people that everyone meets in life who literally take one look at you and decide you're worse than Hitler.
Hitler. He's what did he do again?
What did Hitler do again?
Oh yeah, the Holocaust. But no, look, a lot of these people. What I've noticed is people are just with that. It's like they have their own stuff with their parents and things they need to hash out, and they take it out on other people. So usually it's not even you. That's why I don't get that upset anymore. Like I've learned, I'm not empathetic. Maybe I am, but I've learned like I watch people and I get upset. And now that I see it, okay. This is a person that had a bad childhood, or they have all these issues, and they take it out on other people. So it's not you. He has his own thing. Like what is it? The best thing to do is like live well, because it's like, look, they got their own shit, and it's them. He's angry about some other stuff.
Like maybe I remind him of some from his childhood. I don't know. Like
yeah, maybe you were like his neighbor that came to his house and
like
put
I
his
look
finger
like
in
him.
his ass or something like that.
Maybe I look like him. I don't know, but so I don't like him. Like Larry Bloom, I'll lay off of. I feel bad for the guy. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. Hopefully he's not like I'm not gonna. I'll lay off him. He survived a shooting. I'll cut him some slack. Lisa Peters got pissed at me because
cuckoo. She's a little cuckoo.
At a mic like 6 years ago, we were at Globe, and I was just talking to her.
Laura Hug used to host that.
Yeah,
She's also been on the podcast.
I was just having a friendly chat with Lisa, and then she had to do some work on the computer. I said, "I'll leave you to your work. Don't worry, I won't give it to WikiLeaks." I meant that like as a funny.
I didn't hear
I won't give it. I won't give it to WikiLeaks.
Oh yeah,
to WikiLeaks. I meant that like
Assange, right? That was Assange. Is he still in the embassy somewhere?
I don't know, but I meant that like as a funny compliment, like she was some big government agent. Like I meant that, and then she goes, "That's not how you talk to people." And then she deleted me on Facebook. I never.
She blocked me. She has me blocked.
She I never heard from her again. Maybe she thought I said something sexual. I don't know, but and then
what's your if there's a lady you like what's your, do you have a game plan? You want to talk to her? It varies
from the only time.
Let's separate online versus in person. You don't go to bars or anything like that. You have a 12-hour window. Which one can you not? Is it Evigaming? What is it called again? The one you can't drink within 12 hours.
In Vegas? No, not in Vegas.
Ativan?
Ativan, yeah.
So what's Ativan for?
It's for anxiety.
Okay.
So
if you don't take that one, you just start overthink things.
Yeah. I don't take it every day. Like if I know I'm going to drink, I'm not going to take it. But I had to work today, so I took one. So I had to work earlier, so I took one. So
are you still working at Meyer?
Still working at Steltmeyer, yeah.
Can you get more full time there or no?
Well, I can only make.
They don't have health,
when
right?
you're.
Are they non-union?
Yeah, they're non-union.
What about Jewel?
Well,
have you thought about maybe trying to get?
I wouldn't try to get a job at Jewel because I have to take that personality test, and I always fail those.
Like, what are some of the questions?
Like, do you feel it's changed from being happy to sad for no reason?
You don't want to lie.
I lie, and I can't pass, and I tell
there's no. Remember like that Seinfeld? I watch a lot of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Where he was taking the IQ test and he had Elaine take it. Is there a way maybe I could try to take it or somebody could try to take it for you?
But the thing is that when you're on disability, you can only make $13.50 a month at a job before taxes. In every state.
You can only make $13.50 a month.
No, I can make $1,350.
Okay.
Each month, January, February, March, April. So that's the most you can, unless they pay you under the table. But if it's taxed, you can only make $13.50 a month. So I can only work
what
like 40.
What does that come out to? So that's after or before taxes?
Before taxes.
13.
And that's in every state.
It's a federal thing. So you can only make $337.50 a week.
Yeah. So they go by each individual. Like 1 week, if I only make $50.
So, but you have your rent is subsidized, right?
Yeah, I get 25% of my income.
Okay.
So in December, I'm going to try to use my degrees.
Are you living alone now?
I'm still living alone. Yeah.
Because you lived with your brother who bit you for many years.
And
how long was that?
It was 2 years ago.
But how long did you live with him?
2.5 years.
And then how did that happen? You just decided to come over one day, or was this planned out?
Well, he was getting out of rehab and he needed a place to stay.
Drinking rehab or drugs? Yeah, because was he an alcoholic before? He got bit by a Rottweiler.
Yeah, he's been an alcoholic since he was 16.
How did he start?
He started out with friends. He drank to escape the fame.
But I'll say this, and I think you know this, but most drug addicts and alcoholics, it's some type of trauma, and then it's just self-medicating. So it's not the drug. Like somebody who's and there's a little bit of a gene that you're there's
definitely the alcohol.
There's a little bit, but it's more like it's two of the same people who can start. But it's somebody who has trauma, and then they use it to escape. You know what I mean? Like, I had my booze in the years. Like, I can drink this beer, another beer. Like, before, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But, were you hugged as a child? I wasn't.
I was hugged as a child.
Barons, but you got hugged too much one time, right? Molested.
That was by the bully in the neighborhood. I'm not mad at the bully for doing what he did.
Was he older?
He was 9. I was 4. I'm not mad at him for what he did. I'm mad at whoever was hurting him because he was he was 9. I can't hold a grudge against someone for something they did when they were 9. But I'm mad that I was dealt a shitty hand in life.
Did you see that Black Phone movie with Ethan Hawke? It was kids were getting abused. There was balloons.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Have you seen New Jack City with Wesley Snipes? New Jack City?
No, I haven't.
New Jack City? No? I watched that last night. It has, just quick thing. It's like, I miss having Wesley Snipes in movies. I was thinking about this. You haven't seen
He got in trouble for tax fraud.
Somebody talked to him. Somebody got to him. They're like, hey, man, you don't got to pay taxes. You shouldn't pay. He's like, it's unconstitutional to pay taxes. And they explain that, you start getting these stuff. And I've had that. I don't believe in the income tax. I feel we get overtaxed. But it's like, I know that I can't not pay it. I will go to jail. There's people who's going to come to my house. They're going to take my freedom. So I can be like, on principle, the income tax starting this day. And it's actually unconstitutional and blah, blah, blah. But now we can't see a Wesley Snipes movie. I was looking back. There hasn't been. I couldn't think of a Wesley Snipes movie that I didn't enjoy. Passenger. I don't know if you have you seen Passenger 57?
No.
What was
Demolition Man? I've seen.
Simon Phoenix, Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Which is funny because him and the character Nino Brown, they're both villains and they're both good villains.
Yeah.
And that was in New Jack City with Chris Rock, who was a crackhead, Pookie.
Yeah.
And it was actually directed from Mario Van Peebles. I don't know. This was an era of movies that. Did you ever see Boys in the Hood?
No.
John Singleton, Boys in the Hood, Boys in the Hood. Menace. I didn't see Menace to Society. Okay, so anyways, approach to talking to a lady back in person. You want more water?
I'll try to make friends with her. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to make friends with her first. And if I think I have a connection, I might say, hey, can I text you sometime? I want to hang out sometime. But
were you in the era where we're about the same age? The phone number where you had to call?
Oh yeah, that
you
was
have to call a house.
And it was bad. When her dad would answer.
Yeah, the parent would answer.
Even when it was a girl who was just a friend who was strictly platonic, her dad would always have such an attitude when a guy called the house.
Yeah, because it's I'm gonna shoot those memes oh, you bring my daughter, I have a shotgun. Are you gonna kill? You're gonna kill somebody? That's what you're gonna do with your dad.
Yeah.
How'd that show go? So you hit me up about doing a show, and it was it's harder now getting the baby and everything like that.
Oh, the show in Elgin, it went well. One of the comics on the show, he thought he could get from Arlington Heights to Elgin in 20 minutes before the show started, and I had to bump him off the show. So
who was it?
My friend James McKinley.
I don't know James. Do I?
He's been doing comedy a long time. He can't do it too often because he doesn't have a lot of money. He doesn't live in the comedy area. He's funny, but he can be an idiot at times.
Punchlines at least and jokes.
He has some good jokes. But if he wants to get far in comedy, he has to be more on time. One time, this was 7 years ago, Marcos Luparo booked him for a show in Rockford.
No, I think I remember that name.
Marcos Lara?
Oh, Marcos Lara, yeah. You said it a little bit differently.
Yeah, Luparo is his full name, but he booked him for
That's his real name?
Yeah. I think it's pronounced Luparo. I don't know.
It's not Laura?
It's not Lara, no.
Oh.
So he booked him for a show in Rockford, and he thought he could get there 15 minutes before the show starts. From Waukegan to Rockford in 15 minutes, and then he said I'll be running late, and so Marcos wasn't too happy, and I get why.
Does Marcos do orgies?
I don't know.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
I thought I heard that. I should ask him.
That doesn't sound like something. He's happily married.
He likes Care Bears. I think they all.
He likes Care Bears, but I don't know if he has orgies. He's one of my best friends in the business. I don't think he
Let me ask him next time. I think because I've heard it before.
Okay, yeah.
Let me ask him in person.
He's married, and I don't think he cheated on his wife.
No, I think they're all involved. They have this big.
Oh, okay, yeah. That doesn't sound
I'll ask him in person.
I it sounds like something you do.
Marcos is a great guy, though.
Oh, he is a great guy.
He got me.
He's one of the nicest guys in comedy. He's one of the most honorable people in comedy.
You know what? We're over here attacking people. Who are some people that we should put up? There's Marcos. We should give a little appreciation.
Marcos, Blake Burkhart's great guy.
Blake's good.
Mark Heath.
Who?
Mark, I did the reality show with him. He's a great guy. He's a family man. He has 3 kids. He has
from suburb or Chicago?
He's from Harvey. He's in Chicago now. He's married. Black man, our age. He does this bit about how people say, "Oh, that's so wonderful. You're involved in your kid's life." I have to be involved in my kid's life.
Ooh,
so
that is a little bit similar to a Chris Rock bit. I'm not gonna call him that's parallel thinking. But you've seen
he talks about like his own experience, like when he's pushing his kids on the swing. So it's not a total
okay. But the Chris Rock bit is like, what is it? It's if you've ever seen it, it's from Bring the Pain. Okay. I grew up. It was Chris Rock and Carlin for me because we had the black box. That's what I saw most of. But it was the thing. It's like things you're supposed to do. Like people would be like, "I take care of my kids. I ain't in jail." He's like, "You're supposed to take care of your kids. You ain't supposed to be in jail." That's from Bring the Pain. Yeah. So it just seems a little bit similar.
Yeah, he doesn't say he puts it in his own words. It's like a stock.
It's a parallel. Yeah, similar premise but different punchlines.
He definitely had. He's not a thief. Mark would never do that. Who else is good people?
Jim Flanagan's great.
Flanagan.
He's a super nice guy, and then he's a super funny comic, and he's a great dude in general. And he's like he'll talk to anybody at a mic. It's not like he's like up here. I'm here because you are. As far as skill, I feel like you're up here compared to a lot of us, Jim. But then you're hanging out, you're talking. It's like he's always been a great guy. Gambling problem, but we all have our own little issues.
Yeah, he's great. Let me think about some women and non-binary who are good people. Rebecca Lozier. I don't know if she does comedy anymore. I think she does magic now.
No.
I don't know if she does comedy anymore. She's great.
I heard Meredith Keiko is not a good person, but
who?
Keiko. She was one of the original. What were the group? So Toomey, what's her name? Rena Calm. They were the original. That group.
Who did you say wasn't good?
Meredith Keiko.
You don't think she's good?
No, I heard she was not a good person. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm friends with her. I never had any.
Okay, but you're friends with some people that are questionable too.
Yeah,
you give them a pass. Yeah,
true. Like they haven't done anything to me. So,
okay.
Who else is Let me think. Laura Hug is definitely a good person.
Laura Hug is great.
Laura Hug is one of the most honorable people on the scene.
Oh no, she's also sober. So
yeah. Laura Hug is good people. Katie Zane has their issues, but Katie Zane she's
insane. But look, I've seen her. She definitely has. Yeah, she's means well, but yeah, definitely has some issues. Hey, you know who? Oh God, you just said Laura Hug. Oh, there was a name. Now I feel shitty. I was about to bring up a name of a really good person, but I can't think of it. So everybody sucks. Now we're winding down on time. Do you have any last words or any things you want to plug?
If you want to,
do you have any questions for me? You never asked me questions on here.
Let's see. How is your son growing up so fast?
He anabolic steroids.
Okay. Oh, I know. Really, giving your kid steroids is a good.
No, so like his uncles are huge. You know what I mean? And then Jessica, what is it? Breastfeeds, right?
Okay.
That's very important. Breastfeeds is very important versus garbage formula. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you should talk to your kids a lot.
Yeah.
Versus your kids will pick up things quicker when you talk to them versus never put them in front of a screen until wait a few years. Any screens and audio and CDs, they're not going to pick anything up from that. They pick it up, and this is from some books I was reading. It's from talking to them and communicating with them. He just shit himself today, like all the way up his back.
Oh,
but it's fun. It's fun being a dad. You know, now you just gotta sneak in sex when you can.
Yeah,
try to sleeping, like just to take what I can get. You know what I mean?
Take what you can get. Yeah.
Did you call me a dyke right now?
No, I said take what you can get.
Take what you can get.
No, you're definitely not. I don't use dyke or fag as insults anymore. I cut those out like 15 years ago.
15 years ago, I was. We were younger. Plug social media. Do you have any?
Facebook.com/BipolarBJ if you want to.
Did you still have 2 Facebooks, or do you have down to one?
Well, I still have 2, but just contact me on the Bipolar BJ one. That's my main one.
Wait, hold on. The other guess, he's probably close. Okay, and the other social media.
I should start using other sites. I should branch out a little bit. Maybe I will someday. If you want to come see me at Dungeon of Doom Haunted House in Zion. It's at.
I like candy corn. Continue.
It's on 29th Street in Zion. I'm the puppet operator. You see me operate a puppet right at the end. It's a great time.
He's the master of puppets. Metallica reference.
It's the 17th ranked. But from Yelp reviews last year was the 17th ranked haunted house.
17, almost legal
in the country.
Okay, and then that's all. And then that's all social media. That's all the plugs? And I'll
yeah.
go into my plugs. All right, so what is it? Follow it, because I had to pee and got to go get the next guest. Follow the Lobo Den Podcast on Instagram, TikTok. Support the Patreon, $3 a month. Everything's free, guys, free content. So please, if you could do anything, tell a friend and go to the YouTube and hit the bell thing. And I think that's it. All right, good to see you, Brian. All right, Lobo Den.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den. Lobo Den. Lobo Den.